bit fictional, né? But I see a lot in corporate. I don't know how true it is in real life. Like there's a lot of people that would do anything to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Like how true is that though? How bad is the level of backstabbing and over ambitiousness and you know playing playing dirty?
Yeah.
Just to like get one up on some, yeah, you know. Is it?
So it's dependent, bro, on the individual as well.
Yeah.
But corporate, something that people should know, is all about covering your ass. Like if you were asked to do something by CEO John,
yeah,
and you didn't do it,
yeah,
make sure, and he decides he wants to fire you, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Make sure that you have an email where he said he only wants it next week and not tomorrow. Because if he decides to fire you,
yeah.
So let's use a scenario. Today John gives you a task.
Yeah.
He doesn't say when he wants it.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, I need this done.
That happens.
You're right. It has happened, but obviously depending on corporates, how strict they are in terms of what you say on your email or what you say to each other, changes. So if John says, Hloni, I need this done today. Hloni, I need this done.
Yeah.
He doesn't say when, right? You, who is efficient, you start working on it already. But in the back of your mind, like, when does he need this done? Like, okay, it's fine, I'll ask him when I'm done.
Yeah.
So you carry on with your stuff, trying to get the stuff done as soon as possible. So he sent it to you on Monday, you get it done on Friday. And then when you give it to him, he's like, Hloni, you missed the deadline. Right? And it's almost like,
but you didn't give me one.
You're like, bro, but you never give me one in your head.
In your head, yeah.
And you almost don't want to talk back, you know, because you and you're like, and then he's like, so you know what? He calls you the next day. He's like, Hloni, bro, we're gonna talk. Your performance is bad or whatever.
Yeah.
And you ask him, where's this coming from? He's like, no, you didn't complete the task.
But you didn't give me a deadline.
Exactly that.
Yeah.
Bro. You gotta cover your ass in corporate. And this goes back to the point of backstabbing, right?
Yeah.
Where you'd say that I delegated this task to
someone, yeah.
Yeah. Did you really though? Or did you send the email? Or did you just ask them to do it? Because if you just wordly said it and it goes to worst case like a disciplinary hearing or CCMA or whatever, and they say, okay, there is the proof of this, it works a lot like court. Just cover your ass. If you have your alibis, if you have the email, the paper trail of all of that, you're safe.
Okay.
But the backstabbing to get ahead, I think a lot of people like to take credit for things. And I mean, I've seen it in other corporations, bro, where the manager will take credit for my, let's go to my cousin. The manager will take credit for my cousin's work. But that also goes back to the individual himself, like the manager. He's that type of person who takes all the credit.
Yeah.
And whereas you meet someone like me, I'll say, no, I didn't do it. I had Shamira working with me on this, and I asked her to get so and so done. She managed to get this done by this date, and so we've achieved it. Right? And I say we because I'm her manager, and I've given her guidance along the way. So we've achieved it, although she done most of the work. Benefits of being a manager, right? But the thing is, you do get people who are, I done it.
Yeah, but there's like, do you think that happens often in corporate? Like
from my talks with like my partner, my family who also work in corporate, it happens to them. It happens where they get no credit for shit, bro.
Like, it depends on your organization. I think it's very much dependent on that. I think a lot of places, corporate is a game, and it's how you play. It's like chess. It's like playing chess. That's the best way to describe it. It's a strategic move. Everything has a strategic output to it. It's who you know. It's most of the time it's not even what you know. It's who you know. It's what your relationships are within corporate. It's a very, very manipulative, in the right sense.
Have you ever been manipulated in corporate?
I have had experiences.
You can answer. It's fine. It's fine.
No, I have had experiences that where I have been manipulated, and I think being as young as I was, joining in a corporate environment.
You're too naive to notice that.
I was too naive to notice that, because I'm that person where I just want to get it done. I just want to work my butt off and produce this this extremely outstanding result, and I don't want to care about the politics. And that's what I went in with, is that I don't want to care about the politics, but somehow it always finds you. It's in every level, it's in every section. There is not, and remember, it's the best way I can put it is like high school. It's high school, just you're being paid to do work. That's the most accurate way of putting it.
It's actually a good example.
High school.
Yeah.
It's high schooly.
It's high school, yeah. It's like, I mean, you're like, bro, you studied for the test last night. No, I never studied, bro.
But homework gets a fucking A, bro.
Guy gets an A, bro, and you're like, bro, you never studied.
I thought you used to get in this.
Yeah, I thought you're failing together. Meanwhile, you're like, I know, I'm not going to study tonight, bro. I'm not going to study tonight.
So what you guys are basically saying is that as much as you could be a newbie, you still need to like stand your ground. Otherwise, you're never going to get ahead.
You need to be a very firm individual.
Corporate's not for the faint-hearted, bro.
Definitely.
I mean, I see a lot of people, like a lot of my family members who work in different corporations. They come home, they cry, and they're like,
because it's toxic,
Bro, the thing is, it's so toxic, and if you don't have the mental capacity to manage this, you're gonna come home depressed every day, and you're gonna come home, you're gonna be upset. I mean, I've gone through it with my family personally. My dad's worked in corporate as well, and the thing is, people come home and they're upset, and they're upset at you, and you're like, bro, chill. What you upset at me for?
But not knowing that
this is the situation. But they because they can't
separate.
They can't. Well, not even separate, but they can't. Be themselves in a corporate environment. So as soon as they get a chance to come home and be themselves, it's all that anger that they've been holding in for that whole 9 hours, 8 hours day. They bring it home. And that's why you also hear the people who drink so often. Because they stress their corporate. And there's a lot of people on drugs as well.
Yeah, we know yo.
And it happens though, bro. Like the thing is, some corporates really help people who are on drugs. Some corporates don't want them. They get rid of them as soon as possible, bro. Whereas there's corporates who really want to help the individual. Like, we employed you, you were drug free at the time, and now you're on drugs. We want to look after you. What can we do to help you? Other corporates are like, bro. Let's get rid of this guy like ASAP. And the thing is,
profit orientated.
Like you really just have to. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's a game, like she said. It's like chess. It's very strategic. What you want to do is you want to stay out of the politics. If you come to me and you're like, bro, do you see Barbara? I was like, no, I do not see Barbara. I don't want to know. Do not even fucking tell me this shit, bro. I don't want to know.
So almost like survival, almost.
Keep it that way, bro.
So is that what you did, bro? Cause
bro, I blocked. If someone comes to me and tells me, did you see what they were doing? It's like, I was like, nah, bro. I was busy.
I didn't do that.
And don't encourage gossip. Definitely not.
And that's office politics, right? That's that you really want to avoid office politics, bro. Because next thing you know, you getting involved because Barbara came to tell you the story.
So to anyone, obviously, who's on the verge of being in corporate, as much as the unemployment is pretty high, but there are those few lucky people who are going to start corporate soon.
Already started.
And it's still fresh, and it's still young like us,
Your
advice would be to just do your work.
Just do you, man.
And get out.
Do you learn about other people? Meet other people. When you're in the lift with them, or if you're still going into the office, if you're in the lift with them, talk to them. If it's working from home, it's a lot harder now. But the good thing is, there's a lot more meetings, so you get to meet different people. Make sure you set up those meetings. Make sure that you do, you just talk to a bunch of people. The more you talk to people, the higher you can get.
So
guaranteed, bro.
So is it wise to have friends in corporate?
It's not friends, bro. You gotta be very careful. You can have one good friend. One good friend. This is a person you even see them on weekends.
Something like buddy.
You can have that person, but don't learn to separate that friendship from work. Because at a certain point you could be his boss, or he could be your boss. And you gotta learn to separate that line.
Because I'm thinking of, like, say for example, we work in the same firm, right? and an opportunity arises to get a promotion, you understand? And it's like, but Romeo is just as deserving as I am, because you've literally been
doing the same
shit, you understand? But why they pick me, you know, for God knows what reason, you understand? And it's not to say that I'm better than Romeo or whatever, but it's kind of like, what does that do to our friendship? Because now, you know,
it tarnishes it. That's what, from personal experience, don't make that mistake.
Don't make friends.
I think be friendly, and definitely, not to say don't care about people, like that's definitely not the idea, but I think
have some empathy.
Have empathy and be your natural self, you know, but I think maintain, there is a line. There is a fine line between we're friends and we're colleagues, and we're here to do work.
And people really need to understand that, because, I mean, I've made what I thought were friends. The moment I leveled up, you know, the people, they're literally different, and you're just like, you're like, bro, I came to chill with you, and then they're like, oh, okay, nice, thanks for joining us, bro. And I was like, what do you mean thanks? You didn't thank me, we're friends. You know, and it's almost like,
it's like condescending as fuck.
Exactly, bro. That's just the exact word, bro. And the thing is, I've made friends, and I still have friends. I've also made friends that I've personally learned is not your friends. Like, keep them as colleagues. Don't try and force situations. Don't try and force friendship, bro. That's one thing you don't want to do in corporate. Greet each other when you're outside. Hi, hello. And then, other than that, keep it that way, bro. If you have made a friend, good for you. You guys are still friends. You guys clearly know how to work together.